I'm live. Good evening. My name is Renee Turnbull, if you don't know me, and my lives are called Renee's Rant. And that's because I normally just want to say what's on my heart. You know, as you get to a particular age in life, you start having more clarity and you're becoming more grounded in who you are. If you are a person who is very aware person. So as I'm getting older in life, I am becoming more grounded in who I am. Like, I'm really starting to understand who I am, what I stand for, what I want. And I just like to share those things with my Facebook community. And maybe some of y'all feel the same way, right? We have a lot of things in our head, like growing up on things that we don't want to say or don't want to, feel like we ruffling the feathers, or we don't want to like impose our thoughts and our visions on other people because they might not understand. So you just hold these things in, and you don't have like a name, a word, like an identity to what you're feeling. Have you ever felt that? So a couple of weeks ago, I was at an event, and like maybe a couple of days before, I came across a gentleman, right? His first name is Steve. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But I came across one of his trainings, and at first I was like, I don't understand what he's getting at. But as he was unraveling who he was and what he stood for, it was like a moment. Have you ever had a moment where you've been looking for an answer for a particular thing or feeling, and you just can't like pinpoint it? Like, you feel a certain way, but you can't pinpoint what is this feeling that you're feeling, right? You can't pinpoint it, and you just like, I don't know, I just feel different than most people or most of my friends about perception on life and what I want. And when you say these things, when you say them out loud, you feel kind of cringy saying it because you don't want to feel like you're trying to be better than somebody. I'm doing a live. What do you need? It's my son. You going to work? Okay, that's my son. So when I came across Steve's page and what he was saying, this gentleman is much younger than me, but I've always felt this way. Have you always? I can remember as a child, I used to look at TV and I used to wonder, how did they get on TV? How did they become successful? I don't know how to become successful. I've always wanted to be successful. I want to be freaking stinking rich, like never ever have to worry about money. And that's because I grew up very spoiled. I grew up the only child, not the only child, but the baby in my family. My siblings are 10 and 20 years older than me, so I grew up like having this extended family, and I never felt like I never felt like I was poor. I never felt like I was poor because I've had so much extended family to assist me in getting the things that I want. So I always had this perception in life, like I want this, but on a bigger scale. Like I don't want to have to struggle, because I'm always an aware, even as a child, very aware person. So I used to look at my friends and the decisions they made, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because it didn't work out for you, and I don't want to jeopardize my stability in my household because of a bad decision, because I was always really aware. So even growing up, that's just the thing. So growing up, I always wanted to be very successful. How I was going to become successful, I had no clue. But all I knew is that I want to be very successful. But I didn't have a word for that. I didn't have a word for it all these years until maybe like a month ago when I met this gentleman named Steve. And he has a whole community, I joined his training, and I bought one of his t-shirts because the t-shirt said exactly what I was feeling. And I have the t-shirt on now, that's why I have the scarf on, because I know some of y'all are going to get offended, but I'm going to tell you, listen, you have two choices. You either can complain and be poor, or you can complain and try to make a shitload of money. And I am trying to make a shitload of money. And his statement just fit what this United States is all about. We are here from different countries, from different places in America for one thing. It's to have a better life. Nobody comes to America to struggle. The thing is that when you get here, you don't know how to make a better life without struggling. And You don't need to struggle. So I'm going to take off my scarf so I can show you, and I'm going to explain to you why I feel the way that I feel. Why I feel the way that I feel. And this is it. This is what I stand for. I finally figured it out. And this is what America stands for. Can y'all see? It reads capitalistic pig, which means we're in America and we have the opportunity to make a shitload of money. And why are we not making it? I don't know. I have no idea. But if you own a computer, a laptop, a tablet, that is waiting for you. It's like an ATM if you have a computer. It's an ATM waiting for you to put in the right code so you can make a shitload of money. And if you didn't know it, I'm telling you, your tablet, computer, phone, your computer, tablet, laptop, phone is an ATM waiting for you to make an offer to make a shitload of money. I don't know if you realize what's going on. I'm a very aware person, very aware. I know what's going on in the world. And as I get older, it comes more and more clear to me. And I have this desire to share this feeling. I'm sure there's other people out there that feels like me, but are afraid to say it or don't know the words to the feeling that you feel. America is a capital country that you can make as much money as you want, as long as you know. Doing that. That's Luann. Hi, Luann. If you know how to tap in, and I'm here to share everything that I have learned in the past. My mind is freaking on fire because I know it. I knew it. I felt like I don't know. My favorite movie is The Matrix, right? I know I'm rambling. That's why it's called Renee's Rant. Just bear with me. So my favorite movie is The Matrix. When it came out, I must have watched the first Matrix maybe 100 times to understand it. Maybe 100 times. And that's maybe 20-year movie is 20 years old. And everything in that movie, every time something happens, I think back to The Matrix. We are living in a fucking Matrix. Wake up. Take the damn pill. Stop being afraid and take the pill. Because on the other side is everything you want. Take the damn pill. Because if you're living in these United States, it's made and it's built for you to feel oppressed. And if you don't fight through the bullshit and figure out how to stop complaining and figure out how to play by their damn rules, you're never going to make it. Because it's the system, the matrix is made for you to feel the way you're feeling. That's why Nia was trying to find the answer. Because he felt it, and I feel it. The secret is you need to make a shitload of money. So whatever shit happens, whatever laws they change, whatever happens, it benefits you. Because you're in that tax bracket. And it's not hard. I thought it was to be hard to make a lot of money. It's not even that hard. It's just that you have to get the skills. Right? Number one, get the skills. Number two, implement, right? Practice, implement, get the skills. And then number three, just find your tribe, the people that you are speaking to. Who I want to speak to? I'm telling you now. I want to speak to Caribbean women who are here in America, who are struggling. I'm tired of seeing Caribbean women here in America struggle. Having these low-level jobs. Don't come for me in the comments if you're working. I'm not saying you're not having a job. It's not important. What I'm saying is that you are here in America for a better life. And that does not include making $15, $20 an hour, because you can't get a better life at that. So what is it from you moving here? What happened that you didn't figure it out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the clients that I sit with, I'm like, how are you here for so long? How are you here for so even? And I think back when my parents were alive and we was here living. Because I grew up with both of my parents, I just never felt the struggle. But then looking back, we wasn't no better than anybody else. And then when my dad moved back home, and then I moved back home, and I was like, now I get it. I get why you used to be so arrogant. Nobody comes to America to struggle. We need to stop the struggle. Park up the damn struggle bus. Park it up. And let's come together as one Caribbean and just tell each other how to freaking become successful here in this country. And I'm here to I'm not gatekeeping. I'm building a course that is going to show you, because I figured it out. It was by accident. It wasn't even like someone told me. It was pure, and this is the thing in America. It's like, it's hidden in plain sight. How to get to the freaking bag. It's hidden in plain sight. And you see it every damn day, but you don't think it's the bag. So I am not going to gatekeep. I'm almost completed the course that I'm building to tell all of my Caribbean people how to get to the bag in America. And it doesn't matter, I'm in New York. It doesn't matter if you're in New York, if you were in Atlanta, if you were in Ohio, it works the same way. So if you would like to know when I'm going to launch, just tap, me in the comments so I would know to let you know when I'm about to launch. Maybe it's in about 2 weeks. I'm almost completely finished with it. And I'm tired. I'm trying to spread the word and let everybody know how to get to this damn bag of you in America. Because I'm tired. Carrying women here working 7 days a week. Like, when do you get a day off? Oh, I never get a day off. Wait a minute. But Jesus got a day off. How? And you are made in the light of Jesus. So how do you don't have a day off? Make it make sense. That you got to work 7 days a week in a country that's in abundance. There's no shortage of money in America, and you working 7 days a week, and you still ain't making it. You know how much people make in America? $3,500. Maybe between the clients that I sit with, they've been here forever. $2,500 to $3,000 a month, and rent in America is about $2,300. Make it make sense. You could have stayed home for that, because at least when you're home, you don't got to worry about certain things. That's how I feel, and I'm tired of holding it in. You didn't come to America to be a freaking security guard. That's not why you came here. You came here for a better life. Your parents didn't bring you here. You came here on your own. However you got here, you didn't come here to be a security guard. You could have stayed back in your country to be a security guard. I'm sure the security guard companies back home too. You came here for the opportunity to make a shitload of money, and it's here for the taking. Excuse me, it's here for the, because I want to make a shitload of money, so I'm able to give back. You ever hear that people say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a company and it's gonna be a nonprofit"? Like, how are you gonna? You don't have no money, but you're gonna open up a business and be a nonprofit? Have profit first, and then have a nonprofit. I'm like, what are y'all doing? What do you mean you want a nonprofit? What are you gonna do with that? You need a for-profit business first, then you can have a nonprofit business. Anyway, I gotta get off. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Carol. I know you're wondering, I'm coming on the training right now, so don't worry. Don't come for me in the comments, Carol, okay? Don't come for me in the comments. But I have to do my live because I have my social media coach, and she's watching, and she's making sure that I'm doing what I need to do. Good night. Thank you for watching Renee's Rant, and I will see you on Thursday, 3 times a week for my friends. Thank you. Bye. Good night.